Hi guys, I'm Andy. Welcome back to Backpacking UK. It's a YouTube channel that's all about hiking, backpacking and wild camping. Right, today it's a bit breezy. I've come to the Peak District to go wild camping. So, parked up at Edale. Behind me you've got Mamtor, the Great Ridge, Backtor and Loose Hill. But today I'm heading to Kinder Scout, where I've got 4 possible wild camping locations, and to be honest I'll decide which one to go with later on, just based on the weather, because all week it's been highly changeable. So what I've done, I've bought my winter gear with me. So I've got 60 to 75 litre Sierra Designs backpack with proper 4-season tent, proper 4-season bag, got my food, got my water, so I'm fully self-sufficient. But the sun's come out, it's gonna be a really nice day. Yes, okay, it's probably only about 5 degrees, probably about 3 degrees including a bit of wind chill, but I really don't care. It's just great to be out. Right, so here we are, start of Jacob's Ladder, business end of the route. Get that blood pumping, heart racing. It's pretty steep, but it's not too bad if you've got a reasonable level of fitness. But once you're at the top, it's just a massive plateau, so it's easy after that. So today I'm carrying 14.5 kilos. I wanted to give this backpack a proper test. You can't test it with 10 kilos, so 14.5 kilos. It's felt fine till now, but going up the steep stuff, you can tell you're carrying a bit of weight. It's not too bad, but we'll be fine when I get to the summit. Right, so that's Edale Rocks, so we're nearly there now. Then on to Kinder Low. This is the summit of Kinder Low. Right, so I've got wall packs in the background. I've got Hilleberg Nallo over there, so I've got to make a decision between the two. But most importantly, the sun is coming out. Hopefully should get a lovely sunset. Oh, it's going to be an absolutely cracking wild camp. So there's just a lot of people around Woolpacks. It's a really good place to explore. Just loads and loads of big rocks basically. But yeah, it's quite a fun place to come, give you something to do for the afternoon. But most importantly, need to find a wild camping spot. Now the wind's not supposed to be too bad, but I do not believe that because it's been bad all week. So I've just got to be really careful. Don't mind a bit of wind, but don't want to get blown off the mountain at the same time. But anyway, the tent I bought today should certainly look after me, that's for sure. So let's find a pitch and let's watch that sunset. So this is what I've been doing today, about 12.5k, just having a bit of a wander, to be honest, just enjoying being out in the Peak District. Heart rate, managed to get that going up Jacob's ladder with a backpack on. But yes, cracking watch this is, and the maps are absolutely superb. Garmin Epix Gen 2. So the tent I'll be using today is the Hilleberg Nallo 2. Just mainly because this week the weather forecast has been so bad. It's changed every single day. The wind chill tonight is going to be absolutely freezing, and mixed with the wind, just a little bit concerned it'll be too cold. I've got a really nice deep winter sleeping bag, but this Nallo 2 is absolutely cavernous inside. I'll show you in a minute. It's just a superb tent, really good in all weathers, really strong. Just need to guy it up properly, but the ground's really soft, so just got to be a little bit careful pegging it out. But look at the views I've got, absolutely superb out my front door, absolutely cracking. And just to the right of me, I've got a sunset just over the rocks. So just show you quickly inside. So it's massive. It's got 100 centimetre height at the front, I think 80-85 at the back, but you can fit 2 people in here without a doubt. But for one person, it's an absolute palace, and if you're going to spend a lot of time in a tent, it's nice to have a bit of free space. So I can't wait to use it tonight. So sun's starting to go down a little bit more, but I'll show you where my tent is hidden. It's literally round the corner. Now, fair play to anyone who finds me, because it's not easy. But look at this. Look at that camping spot. It's absolutely perfect. It's an absolute cracker. So, sun will set just over the rocks, and then in the morning I should see it rise just over the other side. So just show you quickly a few bits that I bought with me today. I've got my MSR reactor stove. I've got some very different sort of meals to cook, so I'll be doing some of that later. Got my 4-class pillow. I'm going to give this another go because I actually really like this. It's really comfy and it's quite cheap. I've got my little down booties. I've got my mountain raid pants, which I'll show you in a minute. They're so nice. Packable insulated trousers. As usual, Big Agnes Rapid SL sleeping pad. I've got my Sierra Designs Nitro sleeping bag, which is unreal. So here's my little setup. Unfortunately, I lost my litre bottle, which we'll talk about later, which is a bit annoying, so I'm going to have to use my bladder water. I've got a few bits out to dry. Then I've got my sleep system, my bag at the end, so I've got loads of space, absolutely loads of space. I'm really spoilt today, especially with the weather. A little bit breezy, but look at that, spectacular. Right, sun's gone down. It is now freezing cold without a shadow of a doubt. With that wind chill, it's definitely at least 0. So I'll just go show you what sort of winter gear I use. So I've got this quite thin extremities gloves, so they've got like grippy palms, so you can keep them on and do stuff around camp. They've also got special fingers, so you can use your phone as well. I've got my Nature Hike down booties, which are absolutely superb. If you haven't got down booties, go buy some, because they're worth their weight in gold. They're so good. Then I've got these new OMM insulated bottoms. They're not very cool. My missus absolutely hates these, but they've got Primaloft insulation, so synthetic insulation, but they're just so nice. And then underneath I've got my OEX bamboo base layers, which are super comfy and keep you nice and warm too. Then I've got my DHB merino wool base layer. Then I've got my Revolution Race fleece, and then I've got this jacket as well. It's got Primaloft insulation again. It's a little bit crispy. If you've had a Thermarest sleeping pad, you'll know what it sounds like. But that's really good. I've got an extremities neck thingy and my Fjallraven merino wool hat. So even though it's Baltic and I've actually got this freezing cold wind coming directly through this tent at the moment, I'm actually alright, and I've got my little Decathlon sit pad as well, so I'm quite nice and snug. Okay, so I managed to last till 6 o'clock, can't wait any longer. Let's get the food on. So I bought these quite healthy food options from the Fell store. It's kind of gone a little bit wrong because I've got a chalky pudding for afters. But this is jeweled shawarma toasted almonds. So we got authentic flavour packed spice couscous with a kick, jeweled with cranberries and topped with whole toasted almonds and sunflower seeds, 500 calories. So I'm going to have that first. I'm going to have my chalky pudding for after. Right, let's give this shawarma a go. The only thing I will say is, need more of it, definitely. This is going to last me about 1 minute. No, it's decent. I like Moroccan style couscous. This is nice. It's got a little, got a little kick to it. That's a little treat. Right, so time for a beer, but this one's a little bit different. Guinness 00. This is the furthest I've ever come on a dry January. I'm a very weak person, but I've only got about, what's the date? Probably about 5 days left. And then I've actually done a month without alcohol, which I'm ashamed to say it, but I haven't had a month without alcohol probably since I was like 18 or actually 17. It's really bad when you think about it. Haven't had a month without alcohol since that, well, basically over 20 years. It's really bad. Right, so I thought the wind would drop. It's actually getting worse. So it's not only just getting colder, but the wind chills even more. And yeah, I just hope this wind calms down a bit before bedtime. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. Wow, that is amazing. So good. The amount of heat that comes off it. I'm not saying this is safe, but it's safer than a normal gas stove, that's for sure. Oh yeah, that's nice. Ooh. Chalky pudding, what a treat. Right, the wind's really picked up. Oh, I knew it'd do this. So yeah, luckily got all the gear, but I've just redone all the guides. I've done the guides properly this time, which I should have done first time. I didn't think it'd be as windy as it is. So the tent's getting a bit of a battering, to be honest. Oh dear. But now I've re-guided it, it seems to be a lot quieter. But it's a good test for the Hilleberg Nallo 2. Is it going to be? It's good. There's my legendary solo. Right, so here's Nallo 2, properly guyed out this time, no messing about. It's not moving about anywhere near as much as it was. The wind chill is freezing, it's so cold, oh my god. So I'm going to get back inside my tent, call it a night, see you in the morning. Good morning, campers. Looks like I've got myself a little bit of a sunrise. So, sun's just starting to rise over there in the east. Just about packed up, because I do try and leave as early as I can. The tent did really well last night, bearing in mind it got battered all night long. I lost one peg at the back, this back right corner, which caused it to be a little bit flappy, but obviously I wouldn't have known that in the middle of the night, and I sure wasn't getting out of my super cosy sleeping bag. But what was basically happening was all the wind was coming up through the valley and up till here, and although I had a reasonable amount of shelter, it was still getting battered by the wind. Oh, it's all good fun. So today I'm making my way back up to Woolpacks and then over to Knoll, and then back down to Edale. And there you have it, as always, leave no trace. Right, here you have it, final summit of the trip, Knoll. So I've made my way over from Woolpacks to get to the summit. Glad I didn't camp around here because it is ridiculously windy. But it's been a superb trip. I mean, this is January, it doesn't get better than this. You can't ask for more than this at all. Been great trying some new gear out as well. No doubt that'll hit the channel in the coming weeks. But hopefully you've enjoyed watching this video. If you have and you haven't already, please hit the like button, subscribe, and I hope to see you on my next adventures. Cheers.